Hi everyone. So today we shall see the topic herbal formulations. Okay, I have already told you regarding this, but we have not seen the novel dosage forms, right? So we shall go with that today. So firstly, let me tell you the herbal formulations are classified into syrups, tablets, ointments, creams, mixtures, novel dosage forms. Okay, syrups, they are prepared by mixing with honey or sugar, right, concentrated in equal proportions, right? So, and you know how to make the tablets, wet granulation, dry granulation, how to weigh them, okay, how to add the ingredients, like that, all these things, right? So we don't know regarding this novel dosage forms, which is an important topic, right? So coming to this novel dosage forms, this novel dosage forms is again categorized into the following, that is phytosomes, liposomes, nanoparticles and microspores. Okay, phytosomes, liposomes, nanoparticles and microspheres. Okay, so we'll go with yes, one second, let me first tell you regarding this nanoparticles and microspores. As among these four, okay, among these four, this phytosomes, so the first topic is very important. Okay, you may get the definitions like what are liposomes or nanoparticles and microspheres, but regarding these phytosomes we need to know much. Okay, so firstly we'll go with the yes, the nanoparticles. So the nanoparticles, these are colloidal particles of the submicron size. Nano, okay, nano means nano car, right? Smallest car. Same thing. These are submicron in size. Okay, submicron size, which acts as carriers for drug molecules. Which acts as carriers for drug molecules. So these are colloidal particles of the submicron size, which acts as carriers for drug molecules. Okay, these are used to target various sites in the treatment of cancer, disease, okay, endothelial system, diseases at the endothelial system and enzyme replacement therapy in liver. So at these places we need minute sized particles to go and treat them. So for that reason we convert our drug into nanoparticles, submicron size particles, and then we travel them to the target area. Okay, so that is about colloidal, these are colloidal particles. Okay, that is about nanoparticles. Next is the microspheres. Okay, next is the microspheres. So these are small solid particulate carriers. These are small, but comparatively nanoparticles are smallest, right? So these are small solid particles containing the dispersed drug particles, either it's in solution form or crystalline form. The drug might be in crystalline form or in solution form, but inside a small solid particulate carrier. Understood? So the carrier will be in solid form. Inside that the drug might be in solution form or it might be in crystalline form. Okay, so these are small solid particulate carriers containing the dispersed drug particles either in solution or crystalline form. Microspheres are used as carriers for drugs and therapeutic agents, especially in cancer treatment and hormonal disorders. Okay, ఇవి దేనికి యూస్ చేస్తారు? దీస్ ఆర్ యూస్ఫుల్ ఫర్ యాజ్ అ క్యారియర్ ఆఫ్ డ్రగ్స్ ఇన్ ద కేసెస్ ఆఫ్ క్యాన్సర్ ట్రీట్మెంట్ అండ్ hormonal disorders. Okay, understood about the nanoparticles and the microspheres. Okay, that is some diagrams they have given for the nanoparticles and microspheres. So that's the thing. Next, what is phytosome? Okay, what is a phytosome? These phytosomes are also known as herbosomes. Okay, phytosomes are also known as herbosomes. So phyto means plants, we already know that, and some means cell like. Okay, yes, some means cell like, whereas phyto means plant. Okay, so these are also known as herbosomes. There is a new patented technology where standardized plant extracts or water soluble phytoconstituents are complexed with phospholipids. okay, are complexed with phospholipids to produce lipid compatible molecule complexes, thereby greatly increasing absorption and bioavailability. So the main thing over here is when we have complex molecular structures, there is a narrow chances of the drug to enter into our stream, okay, bloodstream. So for that cases, what we have to do, we have to prepare a complex structure made up of phospholipids. So what they are doing, they are mixing the drug with phospholipids. They are mixing the drugs with phospholipids and preparing a lipid compatible molecular complex. Okay, they are preparing a lipid compatible molecular complex. Thereby what happening, they are increasing the absorption and bioavailability. Thereby they are increasing the absorption and bioavailability. So that is the phytosome. Why we are saying it as phytosome? Because they are obtained from plants. The active constituent which is present in plants, that drug we are taking, and then we are preparing this whole thing to enter into a cell. Okay. Next, the term phytomesis, already have told you, phytosomes are little cell-like structures. Okay, phytosomes are little cell-like structures. Phytosomes are novel drug delivery systems containing bioactive phytoconstituents of herbs, surround and bound by phospholipids. I told you this already, right? The active constituents are mixed up with the phospholipids. That's why they are found. That's why they are surrounded and bounded by phospholipids. Phytomedicines are complex chemical mixtures prepared from plants. Water-soluble phytoconstituents like flavonoids are poorly absorbed. Right. So for that reason, we can do this sort of thing. Like we can change them into a phospholipid. We can mix them with phospholipids and we can happily enter them into the bloodstream. So what is the difference between a liposome and a phytosome? Right. So here let me tell you the definition of liposomes. So these are prepared by incorporating the active ingredient inside the microscopic double layered membrane. Okay, microscopic double layered membrane, which are made up of phospholipids. Okay, which are made up of phospholipids, also known as phospholipid vesicles. Okay, so here what they are doing, they are incorporating the active ingredient, that is the drug, okay, into the microscopic double layered membrane made up of phospholipids. These round structures are there, no? All those things are phospholipids. These vehicles are suspended in an aqueous solvent uniformly. Okay, drugs incorporated in the liposome can be delivered to the desired site in desired concentration. This novel drug delivery system is especially targeted to liposomal delivery of drugs in cancer chemotherapy, arthritis, hemophilia and diseases of immune system. Okay, so here what happens, the drug enters over here. Okay, it digests these phospholipids and enters into the first layer, and again it digests this and enters into the second layer. This is what happens in liposomes. Okay, whereas I'll tell you here you can see the exact thing. This is the liposome, the upper portion is the liposome. The structure is same, okay, but there is a small difference. Let me tell you that clearly. The liposomes and this is the phytosome. Okay, you all know that these are phospholipids. Oh, okay, phospholipids. Here is the water soluble drug. Okay, here is the water soluble drug. So it has to enter this many layers, and this has to come over here, right? Water soluble drug. Whereas here the drug is present inside the phosphodiester links. Phospholipid linkages ఉన్నాయి కదా, అందులోపలే డ్రగ్ ఉంది. ఓకే, సో దాని అబ్జార్ప్షన్ కెపాసిటీ అనేది ఇంక్రీజ్ అయిపోయింది కంపేర్ టు దిస్. ఇక్కడికి అబ్జార్ప్షన్ అయ్యేటప్పటికి టైం ల్యాగ్ అయిపోతుంది, బట్ ఇక్కడ ప్రతి లెవెల్లోని మనకి డ్రగ్ అనేది అబ్జార్బ్ అయిపోతుంది. అవునా? దట్స్ ద ఓన్లీ డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ ద లైపోసోమ్స్ అండ్ ద ఫైటోసోమ్స్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ Method of preparation of phytosomes. So phytosomes are prepared by reacting. Okay, so the phytosomes are prepared by reacting natural or synthetic phospholipids with active components like bioflavonoids, flavonoids, and polyphenolic constituents. So firstly, they get interacted with this natural flavonoids, or we can say bioflavonoids or flavonoids or polyphenolic constituents. Next, solvent evaporation method is the most common technique used for the preparation of phytosomes. Which technique is used? Solvent evaporation method technique is being used. Okay, so what they do, first they take the phospholipids, then the solution is been prepared with organic solvents, phospholipids in organic solvents with drug extract. Okay, they are mixed together, then they are dried. After drying, what happens? A thin film is formed. Formation of thin film. After drying, a thin film is formed. Then again they are been hydrated. Hydration is been done. Then we get a phytosomal suspension form. Formation of a phytosomal suspension. Very easy preparation form. Okay, again let me tell you, the phospholipids are taken, then the solution of phospholipids is prepared in organic solvent with drug extract. Then they are been dried. Then after drying, a thin film is been formed. This thin film is been hydrated. Okay, hydration is been done, and then formation of a phytosomal suspension. Next, what are the advantages? So as I already told you, there is an enhancement of absorption and bioavailability. Okay, for better bioavailability. So the absorption has been increased. Okay, see, it enhances the absorption of lipid, insoluble polar phytoconstituents. Okay, for what they are helpful? Lipid insoluble polar phytoconstituents ఏవైతే ఉంటాయో వాటికి అబ్జార్ప్షన్ చాలా బాగా పెంచుతుంది అనమాట ఇది. ఓకే, త్రూ oral or as well as topical route showing better bioavailability, thereby bioavailability also increases significantly. ఏం ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది? థెరపీటిక్ ఎఫెక్ట్ ఆల్సో ఇంక్రీజెస్. ఓకే, 3 advantages you have seen here: better absorption, better bioavailability, better therapeutic effect. Okay, next, benefit has been great. Next, as the absorption of active constituents is improved, okay, as the absorption of active constituents is improved, its dose requirement is also reduced. Okay, so when we have better bioavailability and everything, no need of giving 100 doses. Okay, we can just give 50 doses, we can reduce the doses. Okay, next, phosphatidylcholine in preparation of this phytosome is used as acting as a carrier, also acts as a hepatoprotective, hence giving the synergistic effect when hepatoprotective substances are employed. So when we are giving hepatoprotective drugs, along with that when we give these phytosomes, so they have the synergistic effect, means it increases the effect. Okay, so hepatocytes which are present in the liver, they will be working more efficiently. Okay, so this also has synergistic effects. Next, chemical bonds are formed between the phosphatidylcholine molecules and phytoconstituents, so the phytosomes show better stability profile. Okay, so the phosphatidylcholine which has seen phospholipids చూసాం కదా, అట్లనే phosphatidylcholine అంటున్నాం. ఓకే, దే షో బెటర్ ఇంటరాక్షన్స్ ఆర్ బెటర్ కెమికల్ బాండ్స్ విత్ ద phytoconstituents ప్రెసెంట్ ఇన్ అవర్ ప్లాంట్. దానివల్ల ఏమవుతుంది? ఒక స్టేబుల్ డ్రగ్ అనేది వస్తుంది అనమాట. ఓకే, సో ఆ పైటోసోమ్స్ అనేవి బెటర్ స్టెబిలిటీ అనేవి చూపిస్తాయి. ఇప్పటివరకు ఏం చెప్పుకున్నాం? అబ్సార్ప్షన్ బాగుంది, బయో అవైలబిలిటీ బాగుంది, థెరపెటిక్ ఎఫెక్ట్ బాగుంది. ఓకేనా? దాని తర్వాత ఏమొచ్చి ఎందుకంటే ఇట్లా ఎఫెక్ట్స్ ఇంత బాగున్నాయి కాబట్టి డోస్ అనేది రెడ్యూస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఓకే, ఎప్పుడైతే మనం ఒక హెపాటో ప్రొటెక్టివ్ డ్రగ్తో పాటు దీన్ని ఇస్తామో ఇట్ షోస్ ఎనర్జిస్టిక్ ఎఫెక్ట్, దేర్ బై ఎన్హాన్సింగ్ ద బెనిఫిట్ ఎఫెక్ట్స్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకోటి ఏం చెప్పుకున్నాము? కెమికల్ బాండ్స్ థెరపెటిక్ డ్రగ్ అండ్ ఫాస్ఫోటిటైల్కోలిన్ మధ్యన చాలా బాగున్నాయి కాబట్టి బెటర్ స్టెబిలిటీ ప్రొఫైల్ అనేది డెఫినెట్గా వస్తుంది. ఫైటోసోమ్స్ అనేది బెటర్ స్టేబుల్ డ్రగ్స్ వస్తాయి. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ యాడెడ్ న్యూట్రిషనల్ బెనిఫిట్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫాస్ఫోలిపిడ్స్. ఫాస్ఫోలిపిడ్స్ కూడా ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి వీ హ్యావ్ న్యూట్రిషనల్ బెనిఫిట్. ఓకే 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 అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ ఇట్ ఎష్యూస్ ప్రాపర్ డెలివరీ ఆఫ్ డ్రగ్ టు ద రెస్పెక్టివ్ టిష్యూస్కి టార్గెట్ కదా, ఇది టార్గెట్గా వెళ్ళిపోతుంది కదా. సో టార్గెట్ సిస్టమ్ అంటే డెఫినెట్గా ఎక్కడైతే క్యాన్సర్ ఉంటుందో అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి హిట్ చేస్తుంది. రైట్. సో అందుకని దీని ప్రాపర్ డెలివరీ ఆఫ్ డ్రగ్ అంటారు అనమాట. ఓకే, ఇట్ అష్యూర్స్ ప్రాపర్ డెలివరీ ఆఫ్ డ్రగ్. నెక్స్ట్, ద న్యూట్రియంట్ సేఫ్టీ ఆఫ్ ద హెర్బల్ ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్స్ నీడ్ నాట్ బీ కాంప్రమైజ్డ్ బై కన్వేయింగ్ ద హెర్బల్ డ్రగ్ యాజ్ మీన్స్ ఆఫ్ phytosomes. This is not much important. Next, entrapment efficiency is high and more over predetermined because drug itself it is in conjugation with lipids in forming vesicles. There is no problem in drug entrapment while formulating phytosomes. This we already know. అండ్ డ్రగ్ ఎంట్రాప్మెంట్ అంటే ఆ ఫైటోసోమ్ అనేది ఒక సెల్ లైక్ లిపిడ్ లైక్ స్ట్రక్చర్ కదా. సో ఆ ప్రిపేర్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఆ ప్రాబ్లం అనేది రాదంట. డ్రగ్ మళ్ళీ అందులో బయటకు వచ్చేయడం, లీక్ అయిపోవడం అలాంటివి ఏవి అవ్వంట. ఓకేనా. సో అది నీట్గా ఎంట్రాప్మెంట్ అనేది అయిపోతుంది. నెక్స్ట్, ఫైటోసోమ్స్ ఆర్ ఆల్సో సుపీరియర్ టు లైపోసోమ్స్ ఇన్ స్కిన్ కేర్ ప్రోడక్ట్స్. లైపోసోమ్స్ కంటే ఫైటోసోమ్స్ అనేవి ఇంకా బెనిఫిట్ వెన్ వీ కన్సిడర్ స్కిన్ కేర్ ప్రోడక్ట్స్ అని చెప్తున్నాడు. ఓకే. నెక్స్ట్ ఈజ్ అప్లికేషన్స్. So when we come to applications, there are so many applications like enhancing bioavailability, antioxidant properties, hepatoprotective, transdermal applications, cancer treatment. Okay, so కొన్ని applications examples కింద తీసుకుందాం. Like first one is the Silymarin phytosome. Okay, the first one is the Silymarin phytosome. So the Silymarin means it has been obtained from Silybum merianum. Okay, Silybum merianum. Right, so the phytosome is prepared from Silybum merianum, which contains premier liver protectant flavonoids. సో Silybum merianumలో ఏముంటాయి? లివర్ ప్రొటెక్టెంట్ ఫ్లావినాయిడ్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో అందుకని చెప్పి మనం ఈ ఫైటోసోమ్ అనేది ప్రిపేర్ చేసుకున్నాం అనమాట. ద ఫ్రూట్ ఆఫ్ ద మిల్క్ థీసిల్ ప్లాంట్, దీనికి సినోనిమ్ ఇది. మిల్క్ థీసిల్ ప్లాంట్ అన్న Silybum merianum అన్న ఒకటే. దెర్ ఇస్ కామన్ నేమ్స్ వి సే, రైట్, సినోనిమ్స్ ఆర్ కామన్ నేమ్స్. సో మిల్క్ థీసిల్ ప్లాంట్ మీన్స్ Silybum merianum. ఓకే, ద ఫ్రూట్ ఆఫ్ ద మిల్క్ థీసిల్ ప్లాంట్ దట్ ఇస్ Silybum merianum ఫ్యామిలీ Stiraceae. Okay, family Stiraceae contains flavonoids which are known for hepatoprotective effect. Okay, so Silymarin has been shown to have positive effects in treating liver diseases of various kinds, including the hepatitis, cirrhosis, fatty infiltration of the liver, chemical and alcoholic induced fatty liver, and inflammation of the bile duct. So for all these things, Silymarin phytosome is very effective. Next one is the phytosome of grapeseed. Grapeseed phytosome is composed of oligomeric polyphenols of varying molecular size complexed with phospholipids. So what they have? They have oligomeric polyphenols along with phospholipids. Okay. The main properties of procyanidin flavonoids of grapeseed are as an increase in total antioxidant capacity and stimulation of physiological defenses of plasma. పైన మనం హెప్టోప్రొటెక్టివ్ చదువుకున్నాం. గ్రేప్ సీడ్కి వచ్చేటోడికి యాంటీ ఆక్సిడెంట్ ప్రాపర్టీ అనేది ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ ఈస్ ద ఫైటోసోమ్ ఆఫ్ గ్రీన్ టీ. Green tea leaves, that is Thea sinensis, okay, is characterized by presence of polyphenolics. Polyphenolic compound epigallocatechin. Okay, this already we have studied in our green tea or tea. We have seen in tea. Okay, so it has epigallocatechin 3O gallate. ఎపిగాలోకెటాచిన్ 3O గ్యాలేట్ అనే కెమికల్ కాంపౌండ్ ఉంటుంది ఇందులో. థియా సైనెన్సిస్, దట్ ఈస్ గ్రీన్ టీలో. ఓకే, విచ్ ఇస్ ద కీ కాంపోనెంట్. దీస్ కాంపోనెంట్స్ ఆర్ పొటెంట్ మాడ్యులేటర్స్ ఆఫ్ సెవరల్ బయోకెమికల్ ప్రాసెసెస్ లింక్డ్ టు ద బ్రేక్ డౌన్ ఆఫ్ హీమోస్టాసిస్ in major chronic degenerative diseases such as cancer and atherosclerosis. So first మనం చదివింది సిలిమారిన్ది హెపటోప్రొటెక్టివ్ చదివాం. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ ది గ్రేప్ సీడ్ చదివాం. గ్రేప్ సీడ్ది యాంటీ ఆక్సిడెంట్ అని చదువుకున్నాం. ఇక్కడ టార్గెట్ దట్ ఈస్ ఫర్ క్యాన్సర్ అండ్ ఆర్థరైటిస్ చదువుతున్నాం. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ ఉండే గ్యాలోకెటాచిన్ 3O గ్యాలేట్ అనేది కీ కాంపౌండ్ ఆఫ్ గ్రీన్ టీ. ఇదేం చేస్తుంది? లిపిడ్స్తో కలిసి ఒక ఏమంటారు ఫైటోసోమ్ అనేది ప్రిపేర్ చేసుకుంటుంది. అది మేజర్గా దేనికి ఎఫెక్ట్ ఇస్తుంది అంటే, దేని మీద బెనిఫిషరీ అంటే క్యాన్సర్ అండ్ అథెరోస్క్లెరోసిస్ మీద. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ వీ విల్ గో విత్ కర్క్యూమిన్. Okay, phytosome of curcumin. Phytosomes of curcumin or turmeric, Curcuma longa, belong to the family Gingibraceae. Okay, phytosome of naringenin produced better antioxidant activity than the free compound with a prolonged duration of action. So సో దే హ్యావ్ ప్రొలాంగ్డ్ డ్యూరేషన్ ఆఫ్ యాక్షన్, ఏదో ఒక నిమిషంలో యాక్షన్ చూపించేసి వెళ్ళిపోవు అనమాట. దే హ్యావ్ ప్రొలాంగ్డ్ డ్యూరేషన్ ఆఫ్ యాక్షన్. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద మెయిన్ థింగ్, మెయిన్ applications of, so for totally 4 applications you need to say. That is the Silmarin phytosome, next the grape seed, and then you can say the green tea, and then you have seen the curcumin, right? So that is about the phytosomes, novel drug delivery systems. Okay, hope you understood this topic easily.